They will look at all this. Okay, the smallest element is going to be helium on the periodic table, and the largest will be francium.
Wait, why is it helium?
Because when you go across, the size decreases. Hydrogen is bigger than helium. Because helium is smaller. As you go across, Newman becomes smaller. All right. Now, electron negativity is very unique. Are you listening? At least speak as if you're listening. Even if you're tired, you shouldn't have the energy to talk then.
Ms.Geeta, I'm always listening.
I doubt that. Now, okay, so electronegativity is very unique because it is when two atoms react. Is that right? Which pulls the electron pair closer to itself. So one thing about noble gases is noble gases do not participate in reactions. Why is that so? They're stable. Why are they stable? They have 8 valence electrons. So if they talk about electronegativity and they give you a noble gas, you should say that has the least electronegativity, followed by sodium, followed by chlorine, because sodium is bigger than chlorine. All right. Which ones will have similar chemical properties? Now, magnesium and barium are in the same group. All right? If they are in the same group, what is same about them? Same number of valence electrons. All right? If they have same number of valence electrons, the reactivity tends to be similar. Now, which will have most shielding? PB will have most shielding because it is lower down. It is in period 6, which means it will have 5 shields. Is that right? Now, this is a really nice question, all right? And let me show you what this means. All right? So what are the 3 elements? S minus 2, argon, and is it Ca plus 2?
Oh, yeah.
Are you listening? All right. If we were to draw a Bohr model for calcium, calcium is in period 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? But then it's calcium. These 2 electrons are in calcium. Calcium has 20 protons. How many protons? 20 protons in the middle. Now it's losing these 2, right? Which means it's losing this whole circle. Are you with me? It's losing this whole circle. And right now, calcium has how many circles? Only 3. And these are 8 valence electrons. I need students to listen. Did I say fake listening?
Yeah.
No talking?
No, ma'am.
I did say that. All right. Argon has 18 protons. And then argon is in period 3, so it will continue to have how many circles? 3 circles. But then we go on to sulfur, and sulfur has 16 protons. Now sulfur originally had 3 circles and it's 6 valence electrons. Is that right? But you're adding 2 to sulfur. Now it has how many in the outermost electron shell? It has 8. So sulfur kind of becomes bigger because it needs to accommodate 8. So all of them are isoelectronic. Why are they isoelectronic? Because they all have how many electrons? 18 electrons, 18 electrons, and 18 electrons. But let's look at the number of protons. That is 20 pulling 18 electrons, 18 pulling 18 electrons, and 16 pulling 18 electrons. Which will be the biggest in size? S minus 2, which will be the smallest in size? Ca plus 2. Is it making sense?
Yes.
20 protons pulling 18 electrons. Will the attraction be more or less? 16 pulling 18 electrons. Will the attraction be more or less? The attraction is less here, so the cloud will be bigger. The attraction is more here, so the cloud will be smaller. Anthony, are you here? All right. So calcium is the smallest, followed by argon, followed by sulfide. Are we good? Do we understand that? Smallest. This is the largest. Now, increasing ionization energy. All right? So cesium has the least, all right, followed by, you have sulfur and phosphorus. Well, for now, let's just do phosphorus and sulfur, followed by oxygen. Is that right? Cesium is less. There is an exception here that I used to teach, but I'm not teaching it this year. I will take this as an answer, which is wrong. Okay? But for you kids, this is good. I'm not going into that right now. Okay? So chlorine has how many dots? 7. Has 7 valence electrons, so it will be 7 dots. Are we good? Do we understand this? And then the rest is just writing patterns down. Is that right?